Welcome everybody and anybody who's here. And we are in sort of summer solstice type week, so it is a nod to the summer solstice. You weren't here yesterday, but for those of you who weren't here yesterday, it will be a summer solstice theme. So I'm going to start by an opening sequence, and I'm just going to show you, because you'll actually be turning away from me, so you're not going to be able to see it. But you start very simply by opening your hands up, and then you do a quarter turn, and then you raise your hands. When I say up, I mean like that, just straight up. I've got my hands together in prayer. You can have them apart, but it's easier with hands together. And I'm going to quarter turn again, away from you, and from that I'm going to have my hands open to the side, like that, a few times, and then we quarter turn again. The order doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to show you the hand positions. Out is like that, and then we come back, quarter turn, and back to the beginning again. So just start by lifting and rolling your shoulders, and just start, as we so often do, by going from side to side. This side-to-side movement is certainly found in Tibetan yoga. It's found in Ayurveda, which is the medicine side of yoga. It's found in Qigong, which is the Chinese breathwork system, and it's also found in Tai Chi. So it's very releasing and moves through all your energetic bodies. And you can go a little bit from side to side, you can go a lot, you can swing your arms higher around your shoulders. It's a freestyle movement. And it, from a in Tai Chi type Qigong perspective, it also encourages balance from one side to the other and from shifting the weight. So as you shift the weight, you move your body, so it is a kind of exercise in total balance. And then just very gently start to slow down and come very gently to a standstill. And bring your feet hip width apart or comfortably apart. Lift and roll your shoulders again. Inhaling. Gently raise your hands to the side, either looking ahead or straight up if that works for you. Breathing out, lowering your arms back down by your side. And inhaling, looking ahead or up. Breathing out. You hold your breath for a second at the top. Inhaling, start your breath, start the arm movements. Hold, and breathing out. And last time, start the breath, start the arm movement. Let the breath lift your arms, hold, and breathing out. Lift and roll your shoulders. You're going to move a quarter turn to your right, but I will just show you the movement we make with our arms. So it's inhaling, raising your arms up. I've got mine together, but you can have them apart. So make a quarter turn. This is very much in reference to our entire being and all the directions, so it's quite interesting. So inhaling, raising your arms up, either looking ahead or looking up. Breathing out, lowering your arms. Do feel that you can separate them if that's better for you. Inhaling, raising your arms up. Hold. Breathing out, lowering your arms. Breathing in, raising your arms up. Breathing out, lowering your arms. And last time, breathing in, raising your arms up. Hold. And breathing out, lower your arms. And release your arms, lift and roll your shoulders. And make a quarter turn so that your back is to me, or my back is to you, and the arms are going to be going out to the side. So breathing in, arms out to the side, at shoulder height. Breathing out, bring your arms back either to your heart centre or hands together in front of your heart. Breathing in, arms go out to the side. Breathing out, arms and hands come back to the heart centre. Breathing in, arms go out to the side. Breathing out, arms come back. And breathing in, arms go out to the side. You can keep a bend in your elbows. Just hold the breath. Breathing out, arms come back to the heart. Release your arms, lift and roll your shoulders, and make a quarter of a turn to your right again. And here, either your hands together or just at the heart, whichever you prefer. As you breathe in, your arms go out, almost as an offering. Breathing out, bring the arms back. Inhale, move your arms out. You don't have to stretch them right out, just however far. Breathing out, bringing your arms back. Breathing in, arms out. Arms back. And last time, breathing in, arms out. And arms back. Lowering your hands. Lift and roll your shoulders, and your next quarter turn should bring you back to where you started. And once more, breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, arms down. Breathing in, arms up. Hold. Breathing out, arms down. And breathing in, arms up, arms down. And last time, breathing in, start the movement of the arms, feel the air lift you, your arms up, lifting you at the navel, pause, start to breathe out and lowering your arms down. Lift and roll your shoulders and just stand for a moment, absorbing that movement. The hand movements and the way we've moved our arms has subtly moved around different parts of the lungs. So it is quite an interesting exercise and is a nod to the, in this case, the elements and the sun as we have moved around, direction around. And then coming to stepping your left foot just slightly forward and your back right foot slightly out at a 45-degree angle, and feel that you can step your left foot further forward if that works for you, or that you can also, to secure your balance, have your left foot slightly out towards the edge of the mat. And as you breathe in, soften your front left leg at the knee. Breathing in as you raise your arms. They don't have to be right up, they can be bent, or wherever you feel is good for you. Breathing out, engage your abdomen slightly towards your spine. As you bend forward, you can use your hands to slide down your neck to support you, or just come straight down and let your hands touch the floor. So it depends on what movement you've got available to you. Inhaling, just bring your weight to the back right foot to support you as you come up. And feel that you can use your hands to support along your legs at any time and lower your arms. Inhaling, soften your front left knee. You can look up, stretching your fingers or look ahead. Breathing out, coming forward. You can use your hands, as I said, to slide down your leg or just come straight down. You're breathing out. Breathing in, bring your weight slightly to your back to secure yourself as you come up again. And breathing out, lowering your arms. In, raising up, soften the front knee, breathing out, coming forward. Breathing in, press your feet down to support your weight. And breathing out. Breathing in, raising your arms, stretch your fingers, breathing out. You can bend your arms as much as you need to, with your knee as much as you need to. Come down, press your feet down, and breathing out. And I'll make the next one the last one as we breathe in. Breathing out. Press your feet down. Breathing in. And breathing out. Step your left foot back to your right and just take a couple of moments to shift gently from side to side, just exploring your weight from side to side. Lift and roll your shoulders. And then step forward with your right foot. Your left foot goes out at about a 45-degree angle. And your right foot can go out a little bit further to the right, according to your balance. And again, as you breathe in, soften your right knee, raise your arms, looking either up or straight ahead. And breathing out, bend forward. And inhaling, coming up. You can really take the opportunity to stretch up if that works for you. Breathing out, bend your elbows, coming forward. Just engage your abdomen towards your spine to support your lower back. Pressing down on your feet to support you as you come up. And lower your hands. Inhaling, raising your hands. Breathing out, bend your elbows, coming down. Chin comes in towards your chest. Pressing your feet down as you breathe in. You can run your hands up your leg. And breathing out. And we'll make this the last one as we breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Step your right leg back. Lift and roll your shoulders. Bring your hands together at the heart center. And then roll down to... I'm going to kneel. Some people don't like that. So you can either have your feet tucked, which is even more, it does open your backs of your feet, or you can have your feet flat. Well, if this really isn't good for you, then come straight to a seated position, because we are going to come to a seated position in a moment. So just, you're stretching the backs of your feet, which is part of your lymph system in reflexology. But I do appreciate that some people really don't like this. And if you want to accentuate that, you can tuck your toes underneath. If not, come to seated. Just circle your wrists a couple of times and circle your wrists in the other direction. And just open your fingers and release. Open your fingers and release. And then if you are sitting on your knees, just come to the side and come to stretch your legs out in front of you. Use your hands to support you either side. You can just lift your bottom up if you want to and just adjust your position. And then just relax your hands either side and sitting, lengthening your spine. You can have your feet in a slight V, and as you breathe in, your hands supporting your weight, toes up to the ceiling. Breathing out, toes away from you. Again, you're stretching the tops or the backs of your feet, which connects into the lymph. Inhaling, extending your heels, toes up. And breathing out, stretch your toes away from you. And again, toes up. Feel that you can spread and stretch your toes out. Stretching into the mound of your big toe, and then just toes away. And then very gently begin to circle your ankles, both of them in one direction, waking up your feet, your energy flowing into your feet. And then very gently just circle your ankles in the other direction. And then just stretch your toes out, relax them, stretch your toes out, and relax them, and stretch your toes out. As you stretch your toes out and relax them, where the toes join the body of the foot, that join represents the lung meridian, so you're stretching everything out here and boosting your immune system, which again is a very easy way to do this. It also boosts your circulation. And then make your legs in a slightly wider V and bring up your right leg. Your right sole of your foot faces towards the inside of your left leg. Your left leg is long and your left heel is extended, your left toes are up. Just place your hands either side of you to lengthen your body and lengthen your spine. And then inhaling, raise your arms up. Turn slightly towards the outstretched left leg, and you can either come straight down with your arms or bend your arms to come forward and rest your hands on your shin. You can slide your shin down a little bit. Inhaling, slide your hands up your shin as you breathe in and raise your arms up again. Breathing out, turning towards the outstretched left leg. Slide your hands down towards your shin. Inhaling, sliding back and up. Breathing out, coming down. Your hands rest on the shin where it feels good for you. You don't have to come that far, but wherever feels good. Inhaling, coming up. And we'll do this a couple of more times. It's a forward bend, which is calming to the nervous system. The chin tucks slightly to the chest, so it's good, it activates the vagus nerve, good for anti-inflammation. You're opening your right hip at the inner groin, so it's part of your lower lymph system. And then also your hip is slightly going into the outer hip for hip mobility. And then you are opening the vertebrae along your spine. And then just lowering your hands. Take your hands either side of your right leg to support the leg, to bring your right leg up. Just hug your right knee into your chest. And then just extend your right leg along the floor. You're back in your V again. Just bounce your knees, bounce your legs just to activate energy, creating a vibration. And then your right leg goes slightly out to the side and bend up your left leg, your left knee, your left foot aims towards the inside of your right leg. extend your right heel. And the same again as you place your hands either side to support you and lengthen you, breathing in, hands up. You slightly turn towards your right outstretched leg and breathing out. Slide your hands down towards your shin. It's a head to knee pose, breathing in, hands up, breathing out, hands go down. Janusasana is the yogic Sanskrit name of this pose, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in. You're also giving space to the back, to your kidneys and adrenals, as well as space into the back of your lungs, breathing out. Breathing in, slide your hands up, and then just hug your left knee in towards your chest. And then just once more, release that left leg and just stretch your feet along the floor. Just again, bounce your legs. Just massage up and down your legs. If you prefer, you can pat your legs as well. You're just really nourishing your lower energy, your foundational energy. And then just come to the side with your knees, bend them, and you're coming to kneeling. So if you need support under your knees, then please do take that. But we're going to kneel up. Your knees are sort of comfortably apart. And inhaling, raising your hands up. You can look ahead or you can look up. Breathing out, lower, and come back as you round your back, chin to chest. Inhaling, dipping your back, looking up or along the mat. And then breathing out, rounding, chin to chest. Tuck your toes and then come into a downward dog. Bend one knee and then the other knee. So you're walking the dog, just exploring the movement. And then bend both knees and come back down to the ground. Untuck your feet, slide your hands towards your knees as you kneel up. Inhaling, raising your hands up, stretch your fingers. Breathing out, round, bring your hands to the mat. Your chin tucks in, you're rounding your back. Inhaling, dipping your back. Looking either up or along the mat. Breathing out, rounding your back again. Chin comes to the chest and you tuck your toes under, coming into a very soft downward dog. Feel free to move your hands or your feet to adjust your downward dog to suit you. Bending your knees, just lengthening along your back, and your bottom moves away from your hands and then extending your feet again. And once more, bend your knees, lengthening along the spine, and then just straighten your legs once more. And once more, just bend your knees, coming back down to the mat. And untuck your toes, slide your hands towards your knees as you kneel up. Again, stretch your fingers, your thumb comes towards you, your little fingers go away from you. Breathing out, bring your hands to the mat, rounding back, chin tucks to the chest. Inhaling, dipping your back, looking either along the mat or up. And breathing out, rounding your back again. Chin comes to chest, and this time tucking your heels, coming into a soft downward dog. feel that the weight is moving away from your hands towards your bottom. Feel free to adjust your hands or feet. Bending both knees, stretching them out. Bending one knee and stretching it, and the other knee and stretching it. And then bending both knees back down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Take your knees a little bit wider. And then slide your bottom towards your heels and slide your hands forward so that you're in an extended child or swan pose. You can even rest your elbows on the mat. Feel again free that you're free to adjust however it suits you. Just take a breath in and out. Lengthening along your back and creating space, and also creating space at your lower back area. And then sliding your hands towards you as you sit up. And come to a comfortable cross-leg position. In a lot of traditional yoga sequences, there's often a rest at points to let energy that you've created reabsorb into the system. And you also have breathwork sequences at those points as well. So just come into a comfortable cross-leg position. And your hands can comfortably rest on your knees, they can rest in your lap, they can rest up or they can rest down. And this is a preparation breath work. So take your right hand and take your right thumb of your right hand and just very gently block your right nostril, almost where the nostril starts to flare out, so just as it starts to come out, but just block your nostril and only breathe in and out through your left nostril. The full breath practice here is Nadi Shodhana, but this is a preparation for it. It's also called alternate nostril breathing. And it's wonderful for balancing not only the left and the right sides of the brain, but that extends, of course, to the body as well. So it's a very balancing and soothing, healing breath. We're just doing the preparation, breathing only through your left side. Just for a few breaths. And then still with your right hand, take the ring finger of your right hand, release the right nostril with your thumb, and take your ring finger to similarly close off your left nostril. So now you're only breathing through your right nostril, which is your right side. The right side, as if only the right side exists. And then release your hand completely back down to your knees. And just take a couple of breaths through both nostrils and just notice if there's any awareness or difference. And then very gently come to lying. Your knees are bent and your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are down alongside you. And we're just going to do a couple of pelvic tilts. So flattening your back as if you're going to lift your bottom up. And then just releasing. You're hardly moving at all. You're just rolling along the lower part of your spine, the lumbar area. Flattening your back as if you're pressing down your feet as if you're going to lift your bottom. And then just release. And then once more, just flattening your back along the ground. And then just releasing. This time we are actually going to lift up. So Press your feet into the ground, lift your bottom, bend your elbows as you lift your arms. Your elbows can be bent up, above, behind you. Your arms can rest, or hands can rest on the floor. And then start breathing out. And if you breathe out for long enough, your body will start to encourage you to move down. Your hands will naturally move down with less effort, and your spine will come down vertebra by vertebra. Hug your knees into your chest. Soles of the feet go to the ceiling, so that your feet are in a V. And palms of the hands are together. You'll find this engages your lower abdomen. If you're strong in your abdomen, you can lift your head up, but you can also put one hand behind your head to support that lift. All optional, and breathing out, lower your head back down. Hug your knees into your chest, and then breathing out, bring your feet back down to the ground. Palms down again. Press your feet into the ground, gently lift up your bottom, lift up your arms. Your chin goes to your chest, stretching, breathing out, lower your hands, lower your bottom back down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Soles of the feet go upwards to the ceiling, palms of the hands go together through the V. Stay here, or if you want to lift up, either with or without support to your head, do that. And then breathing out, just go back down again and hug your knees into your chest. And breathing out very gently, bring your feet back down to the ground. And arms out at shoulder height. Your feet can now go slightly wider than hip width, but they can stay hip width as you gently let both knees drift to one side. Your head can stay looking up, or your head can move to the opposite direction, away from your knees. Inhaling, knees and head come back to the centre, and gently letting your knees roll over to the other side. Your hip lifts off the ground, you can turn to look away from your knees. Inhaling, everything comes back to the centre, head and knees. Let the knees drift to one side, lifting your opposite hip and turning your head away from your knee direction. Come back to the centre and gently just let your knees drift in the opposite direction. Come back to the centre and just carry on from that swaying windscreen wiper action from side to side. It's moving the base and the top of the spine, but it's also exploring the relationship of the limbs to the torso, which is part of the somatic movement and connects into anti-aging, so we can contract our muscles and come forward. So this is very releasing. And then come back to the centre and hug one knee into the chest, and then hug the other knee into the chest. And just gently rock with your knees hugged into your chest from side to side. Massaging across your really lower back, almost coming to your upper sacral area and coming to the centre. And now hug both knees into your chest. And then just still holding your knees, let your knees drift away from you to arm's length. Hugging both knees into the chest. And let your arms drift away. This time, as you hug your knees into the chest, be aware if your hands are pulling your knees in, or your stomach or your abdominal muscles are doing the work. It's just an awareness. Classically, you should let your tummy muscles, your stomach muscles do the work. But it's very comforting to let your hands do the work. But if you want to focus on your abdominal tone, then let your abdominal muscles pull you in. But as I said, it's very comforting to use your hands. And then just very gently, one small rock from side to side. And then just let one foot and then the other foot come back down to the mat so that your feet are on the mat, your knees are up. Just place your hands as a nod to this seasonal focus. One hand, hand's width below your navel, and the other hand, a hand's width above the navel. It doesn't matter which hand goes where. The upper hand connects to the heart, and the heart's very much the focus of summer and the summer solstice, and within the centre of the Surya movement, that's a sun movement, so that's one, the upper hand energy. But also connected with that, in the Eastern world, certainly in Chinese medicine as well, you've got the small intestine, so you've got the digest focus as well. You're connecting into both of these energies by just placing the hands above and below your navel. As you breathe in, you'll notice your abdomen rises slightly, and as you breathe out, the abdomen moves just very gently away from you. And you can stay like this, just enjoying the breath movement. You might like to place your feet slightly wider and let the knees touch at the top in constructive rest. Or you might like to just slide your legs out along the mat in full rest. You can take support anywhere under your head if you're doing this at any time, under your knees. And you're just letting the energy that we've moved absorb back into the body. Whichever position you're in, just bring your focus, your attention to your feet. Be aware of the sensations of your feet, the part of your feet that might be touching the ground. And just move your attention along your legs to your hips, the part of your sit bones that are connecting to the mat or the ground where you are, your abdomen, where you're past your hands. And focus on your chest. Just slightly, physically lift your chest up, almost away from the mat. And then breathing out, just release and relax your chest back down to the ground. And bring your awareness now to your shoulders. Almost consciously slightly lift your shoulders up towards your ears. And then consciously also lower your shoulders away from your ears. And coming back to the head once more as you gently turn your head to one side. Come back to the centre and gently turn your head to the other side. And come back to the centre. Just take another in and an out breath. And release any muscles that you feel that you're holding, where there's any tension. Just release and relax. And then very gently bend one knee, bend the other knee, and hug your knees in your own time into your chest once more. Just very gently moving from side to side. You can you can stay on your back, or you can come to a seated position either by rocking up or by letting your knees roll over to the right, if that's available to you, away from your heart. And resting here for a moment to reorientate yourself before you come, taking your time up into a seated position. Take your time. And come into a seated position. We've worked the whole body, so this, in this particular sequence, acknowledges that. If you circle your hands up, bring them to your heart centre, and just either connect to your feet or bring your attention to your feet. And bring your hands together at the heart. Circling your hands up, bringing them down, and connecting to your lower abdomen, either physically with your hands or just bringing your attention there. Bringing your hands to your heart, circling up, bringing back down through the centre and connecting to your navel, your digestive energy, and bringing your hands to your heart, circling gently up, bringing back through to the heart, either at the heart here or just connect to your heart. And then circling your hands up, bringing back through and connect to your throat. Bring your hands together, circling very gently up and connect to your third eye, centre of intuition and knowledge. And then hands together at the heart circle and connect to the top of your head, your crown chakra, your higher consciousness, what connects us to all the vibes of the outside world. And then bringing your hands down at the heart and take a bow for yourself. And thank you very much.